from St. Mary's Parish in Fullerton.
What made you choose the path to become a priest?
When I came back to the church, I started working with youth, and I started working with different aspects in the church, and really liked it a lot, and helping people. And then eventually, just over time, the idea of becoming a priest became more agreeable.
Mm-hmm.
And I finally checked into it and entered the seminary, and really liked what went on there, learning about God.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually, 5 years after that, became a priest.
How long have you been in the priesthood, Father Jim?
20 years.
So here's the next question. How does being a part of the religious life affect your social and political life?
My social life is pretty much centered around people in the church now, where before, when I wasn't going to church, it was centered around other people. And so I choose better my friends. I choose people who want to follow Christ. I try to surround myself with people who are good people, and that influences me and I influence them. Political views, I think it's difficult to be one or the other of our two parties, because each one of them has aspects that I agree with, such as taking care of the poor and taking care of those who are needy, but also life issues and issues of family are very important too. And so there seems to be conflict between the two parties, with how to reconcile all that. And so as in the church, we want all that to take place, and all those are good things, and not just to be in conflict. So it's difficult to say I'm this or that when I try to support family and also those who are in need. So.
Do you vote still?
Oh yeah, of course I vote.
Oh, okay.
That's very important to vote. That's our civic duty, and so that makes it difficult when we're choosing, because there's no one perfect Catholic candidate. Even among Catholic candidates, there's not the perfect one, and so because they also have to take parties, they can't be independent, or you're not going to get elected. It's just that, a few independents can get elected now, but it's difficult to. So you have to end up choosing the best that you think can accomplish what's going to move our values forward.
Was anyone in your family against you becoming a priest?
No. My dad was a little surprised when I told him, because my degree was a pre-med degree, and I was actually going to go into medical school. And then I started going back to church and really liked that avenue, and decided to switch, and went into seminary instead of going to medical school. So he was surprised, but not against it. And so I would say that nobody was against it, but there was some surprise.
Would your belief in God be different if you were not a priest?
No, because I came back to the church as a layperson and really found God that changed my life and helped me to become a better person, and so I would be the same if I wasn't a priest. I'm a priest. I know more about God and I'm closer to God, but I would still feel exactly the same way.
If a priest was previously married but then divorced, is he allowed to become a priest?
If it's married in the church, okay, then he could get an annulment, which would say that sacrament never took place. And if the sacrament didn't take place, he would be free to enter into another sacrament, a vocational sacrament like the priesthood. It's not readily done, but one of my classmates, he was married before, and in the ordination ceremonies, his family would come, and he had grandkids, and they would be there, and they'd see him as his grandfather, and he became a priest for San Bernardino. But a lot of dioceses, just because of there's a little, it's not an issue. It's confusing to some people, so then they may say they may not allow or choose to let guys do that, but they are allowed to if they can go through the right process. And also, if the wife has died, they could become a priest as well. And so that also, because once the wife dies, then the sacrament is over as well, so they could become a priest.
Okay, go.
Ready?